Hello, it's Polish Pol VR, welcome to the channel. We are here today to do some more virtual reality news for PCVR, PSVR 2 and MetaQuest platforms. And today we're gonna start from Zombie Army VR, a game that comes to all the platforms I just mentioned. We've been waiting a while for it, based of course on a quite popular franchise, and doesn't look too bad so far, so hopefully gameplay wise it will deliver as well. Now, we've been waiting quite a long time now since the announcement. I think it was originally announced during 1 year PSVR 2 anniversary. We like over a year past it now, and the Zombie Army VR is still not here after a couple of delays. Also, the studio making it kind of hit few hiccups along the way because they have to lay off quite a bit amount of stuff. But nevertheless, after all those delays, the game is finally ready to be released. And this game will be with you on 22nd of May this year, so just about 2 months away, which is not that far at all. So if you want to kill some hordes of zombies while looking at pretty nice looking graphics so far, at least on the trailer, hopefully it will be like that in game, then yeah, Zombie Army might be just the game you want to play. And after revealing the gameplay trailer other day, the developers of Aces of Thunder posted yet another footage from the game, showcasing some physical interactions you can have in the cockpit of your plane. This is only like a 30-second video, and what it showcases is basically you opening the cockpit, but also flying above some snowy terrains, and the camo on this airplane looking pretty cool as well. In the video you can be seen hunting down an enemy aircraft. So Aces of Thunder just looking good. Still no release date, but like I always say, stay tuned to the channel, and as soon as I know it, I will let you know. And we've got release for one of my most anticipated upcoming virtual reality games, which is Out of Sight. Now this is gonna be a flat version and VR version coming at the same time, and it will release on Steam on 22nd of May, with PSVR 2 and MetaQuest versions following later on this year. Now, this announcement kind of, I think, got lost a bit during the the VR game showcase, which was other month. But there was a demo of this game on Steam, and I played it. I played it in VR using Underdogs VR injector for Unreal Engine, and listen, this game is fantastic. It's a very emotional story, but also what's pretty cool about it is a second perspective view, something what it's not that seen in video games in general, and in VR it's working great. So basically you are this motionless Teddy, and you helping this girl who is blind to travel through the world, because one day she wakes up and she discovers that she can see through this Teddy eyes. So, you know, when you carry the Teddy, it's kind of plays like a first-person perspective game, but when you put it on side or somewhere, you know, to solve the puzzles, which in the demo there wasn't many, but there was interesting, then the perspective changes. I also played this game on my channel. You know, the demo was only like, I don't know, 25 minutes long or even less. But what a great experience it was, and even though the demo was flat version, kind of modded for VR, it was great already, so I'm assuming once it's properly done by Flat 2 VR Studios, then it's gonna be amazing. So this is definitely a big release that I'm really looking forward to, totally my type of game. So yeah, lately, if you own VR headset, we all just eating very, very good. Anyway, moving on to the another story. Underdogs, that released couple of days ago on PlayStation VR 2. What a week to release during the Hitman 3 World of Assassination release as well. But never mind that, because even though it's had such a big competition, at the moment, as of me doing this video, I've had a press release coming to my inbox, and this game scores got highest 4.92 out of 5 stars, highest rated PSVR 2 game ever, as of now, as of me recording this video. So obviously it might change, but definitely big congratulations to the studio. I'm gonna do my review as well. I was swamped with so many games, it's just hard to keep up with everything, but I've got the PSVR 2 version of that one as well. It's a very good game. And now let's talk about the game called Dev Game Hotel, which launched over a year ago on Quest for 14.99 quid. So the developer saying they are going freemium. They said after the launch the game kind of couldn't be where it is thanks to the community, but they want to open it to broader audience. So on 10th of April this year the game will be free to play, and this is yet another studio that goes towards this move. As we know, Facebook themselves said the money now when you publish it on Horizon Store is to go free to play with microtransactions, and that's how the developers earning most money. Now the meaning and the message is pretty cool. I just gonna read the description because that's the easiest way of explaining it. Dev Game Hotel offers a thrilling virtual reality gaming experience where players wager not just chips but their body parts in a high-stakes survival game. This unique game spans both single and multiplayer modes, inviting players into a world of strategic gambling and visceral competition. So all in all, sounds good. 10th of April, it's gonna be free to play for you. And now let's talk a bit here, let's take a break and talk about Velociblaster, a game backed by Meta themselves, thanks to their Oculus Publishing Ignition initiative, what helps, indie studios publish their games. Velociblaster is player versus player shooter in space, because why the fuck not? If you take drugs and make games, you might as well go all out on it. The meaning and the message is simple. The meteorite never struck Earth, and Velociraptors become this dominant species, and now they took to the skies. Looks even like they took to space, and for some reason they fighting with each other. So strange, yes. Interesting, intriguing, also yes. So definitely, if you're on Quest, then look forward to it. Also, this game is coming to PCVR on Steam. Now, the developer says it's gonna be Quest 2 as well as free, and they will be doing soon an open alpha, and then they planning to launch this game in 4th quarter of this year, while alpha they aiming for 2nd quarter. Interesting, interesting title. Definitely, it's like made me smile. So nice, well done, developers. Anyway, leaving Velociblasters aside, let's move on to the another story. And Into Black is officially announced for PlayStation VR 2. This is a atmospheric VR title that invites you, the player, to explore the depths of vast and dangerous subterranean world. And all this world is now reimagined with major enhancements that are there here for to take full advantage of PSVR 2 next-gen hardware. So, the press release listing the advancements, let me tell you: real-time dynamic shadows, fully remodeled environments, all caves have been rebuilt with higher geometric detail, improving atmosphere and environmental depth, added flora and fauna. Environmental details bring the underground world to life like never before. Full headset and sense controller haptics, HDR and dynamic eye tracked foveated rendering, crisp visual and optimized performance create seamless, immersive experience. The beauty of PSVR 2 is that when the developer actually taking full advantage of it, then the game look fucking awesome. When they don't, we know the results are pretty bad. But when they do, beautiful graphics, definitely next gen type of graphics that you want to see in VR in 2025. Now, very cool announcement. Into Black, very good game. Now, moving on to the another story. Let's talk about PSVR 2 version of Firmament. After Abduction being pretty awesome on PSVR 1 and also on PCVR, the developer Cyan released Firmament on Steam, but now we're still waiting for PSVR 2 version. So, good news are, they are scheduled to enter the certification process on Sunday, March 30th. So at the end of this month, just on the Mother's Day, at least here in UK. So they say, they cannot be 100% sure and give you the release date just yet, because of course they don't know what's gonna come back from certification process. But if all goes well, they hoping to release it at some point in April. Now they saying that it took so long because they also been doing PlayStation 4 version of this game, and they needed to run it on PS4, very limited memory of course, and also they wanted to make sure the game looks very performantly, that's the wording they're using, on PlayStation VR 2. This is a very demanding graphically game that looks beautiful, so hopefully all of that will be preserved and utilized for PlayStation VR 2 as well. And speaking of PlayStation VR 2, let's come back to Master of Light. Couple of months ago, the developer teased hand tracking, and as of today, it's official. This spellcasting game getting PSVR 2 hand tracking update, which means you don't have to have controllers, you can just play it without them, which is very good. We need more game like that, so it breaks up the time when we play, our games and the battery dies after fucking 3 hours. For some reason Sony don't sell spare controllers, so we have to charge them, but then we can still play it because now we've got some hand track games. Anyway, should I start raging again about how annoyed I am that you cannot buy spare PSVR 2 controllers? No, I cannot do it again. But anyway, not distracting from the beautiful update for Master of Light, the game that looking beautiful in the headset anyway, this is a very good update, and if you like using your hands for gameplay, which I assume everyone does, then yes, you can do so. This is a free update, so just nice stuff. And now let's talk about something interesting that it's out on Quest already. This is a game that began as a project developed by the researchers at the University of Bath's Reveal, which is Real and Virtual Environment Augmentation Laboratory. I said it right, and what they was researching is some AI-driven exercises with your headset, and they've done it. So it's now available as a full-fledged game on MetaQuest, and it's called Race Yourself. And because it's AI driven, you don't need any dongles or dingles or bongles, or I don't know why I'm talking like that. I don't know, like moving back in time, if any of you remember Vir Zoom Arcade, you could have kind of used it for exercises, but you have to buy special attachments. This says, fuck the attachments, you are the attachment. So it's gonna work on any type of cross trainer or exercise bike, and you basically racing yourself. This is still like kind of work in progress, so as of now you can only compete against Ghost, but that doesn't mean it's all that what you're gonna have, because they doing other things, like for example support for spinning classes in actual gyms, and now that's when we enter in this next level of future where we're gonna live in soon. When you go to gym and see people exercising with VR headsets, it's gonna happen more and more, I'm telling you. I can see like AR glasses being there to give you tips on how you lift in and positions and that. It will happen, and we all gonna finally look fit as fuck. Now, the mobile version and the one that is compatible with other VR platforms are also in the development. So very nice. I like the original different ideas, and this is definitely one of them. Okay, continuing with the virtual reality news. It's a very long video today, but that's how many VR news there is. And we're gonna talk now about Gran Turismo 7, that it's got March update, let's call it a huge update. The GT Sophie got big update, and it's reached version 2.1, which is integrated now into custom races. Also in this update, apart from Sophie, you can that can be selected all different tracks and everything. There is 3 new vehicles: Aston Martin Vantage, beautiful, Mazda CX-30X, and now listen, Renault Kangoo 1.4. I love when the developers adding cars like that. It's always cool to check them out. I'm gonna have to play Gran Turismo today. Definitely want to sit in Renault Kangoo and race it on Monza. That would be hilarious. Anyway, Brand new menu is added, and this is dedicated to the Suzuki brand, and you have to be collector level 35 or higher. Now you get in new World Circuit events or for Sunday Cup at Brands Hatch in this circuit, European Clubman 600 Cup, Deep Forest Raceway in reverse, and Japanese Challenge for 50. I'm stopping to talking now properly because I've been talking too long. When you're foreign and doing such a long video, it is a struggle, especially when you've got cold. But anyway, I don't complain. So, the Faroe Island as a postcard landscape in Scapes. So, very, very nice update. This is update 1.57. Now, this is the best virtual reality racer you can get. I know it's controversial and I know there's plenty of them on PC, but even them, I love it, and you won't understand how not only playing good, but how beautiful looking this game is. There's nothing pretty much looking like this in VR, and it cannot be understood until you sit in this game and actually play it. This is one of those games that just shows how good PSVR 2 can be once utilized properly, like I mentioned before. It's so amazing. I'm talking about it now thinking I need to play it, but then also what I need to play it, I'm gonna play Hitman 3 VR in a minute, and also there's so many games to play. Oh my god, VR is just great. Anyway, that's it for today. Thanks for sticking around. I know it was longer video, but that's how much stuff we've had to talk about. I couldn't do any news yesterday because of course Hitman 3 released, and I'm still all over that game. I'm gonna play some in a minute, like I said. Anyway, if you like what you're seeing, then please press a like because it does helps the channel a lot. And if you're new to the channel and are not subscribed, then subscribe. It's always better when it's more of us. And that's it. Bye.